Hey everybody, Scott Mayboy, your financial Sherpa. Sorry about that. Hope you all having a great day. It's beautiful out here on the beach. Figured I'd make a quick video while I'm taking the morning stroll. Wanted to just point out an article I posted, I think it was on Monday, called, it was about paying off your mortgage. Should you pay off your mortgage? And if I remember, it was from Forbes. It's pretty interesting. The other day, or last week, somebody had posted that they were trying to teach their grandson the pros and cons of debt and how much more a purchase would be using debt. I weighed in, and there was one of a friend of my friend who weighed in and basically kind of pointedly accused me of being on the side of the lenders. She said she was on the side of the consumer and that paying cash is clearly the best way to go. I have never worked for a lender in my life, but I will tell you that in many cases I tell clients, don't pay off your mortgage, use debt, leverage yourself. Does it make sense in all circumstances? Absolutely not. But as I explained to this particular person, I am not on the side of the lender, but she used the example, she paid $30,000 for a brand new car, I think it was a Camry, and let me ask you something. If you take $30,000 out of an account that's presumably earning interest somewhere, could have been in a CD, could have been in a savings account earning next to nothing, but maybe it was in a stock market. Maybe you were doing pretty well with it. When you take that money out, it will never earn interest for you again. So you take your $30,000 that let's say is averaging 7%. You buy a $30,000 car. A week or two later, that car's worth 25 grand. So not only did you lose interest on that 30 grand, as well as any sort of liquidity, you now have bought something for 30 grand that you can't sell for more than 25. So you lost 5 grand there. What I pointed out to her is if you were making 7 and you could get a car loan for 4.9, call it 5, you're making 2% on your borrowed money. Plus you retain liquidity. Plus, just from being in the business, if something happens to that car, you're not out the cash, because guess what? The insurance company is going to be a pain in the ass about it. So is debt always bad? Not necessarily. You got to use it properly. But, I'm working with a client now who recently refied from a 30 to a 15. He's now cash poor. He's in a real crunch, liquidity-wise or cash flow-wise, because he's trying to pay off the house or refinance for 15 years. He'd still like to pay off the house in 15 years, and he certainly can. There's nothing that says you can't prepay your mortgage. But if you have a 30-year mortgage with a lower payment, your cash flow could be better. Especially if, like me, you work in a business where you have highs and lows and your monthly income is not fixed. Having a lower monthly required payment is always a good thing. Then if you're using that to pay off debt or you're using that to fund your retirement, as I've said in the past, $200,000 in cash and a $200,000 of mortgage debt is a wash. It is simply a wash. And if your mortgage is 4% and you can earn 7% safely using my strategies, it's a wash. Why wouldn't you do that? You're still making 3% and you're better off. So just wanted to point out that article. I think I posted it on Monday from Forbes. It's a great article. Debt is not bad. Not every time you take out a loan, it's a bad thing. You weigh the pros and cons. But to blanket, as this person said, to blanketly say that cash is king, you pay cash for big assets, is ludicrous. And if that's the way you're going to teach grandchildren, in the case of that post, what are you teaching them? You're not teaching them money skills. You're teaching them, empty your savings account, buy an asset. Doesn't work. You'll never get ahead that way. I can show it to you on paper. But debt and cash both have a cost, and that cost is interest. Have a great day, everybody. My arm's getting tired. Hope you have a good one. Talk to you soon.